Hello, people. It's 1:30. It's time for my show. My name is Danny Graham. I go by the comment chat. That's my channel. Before we get started on today's topic, I should do a few things that I always ask you to do. First thing I want to ask you to do, if this is the first time viewing my channel, please subscribe. Second thing I want to ask you to do is please hit that notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload. And last but not least, I want you to please give me a thumbs up. I need that to help with the algorithm, get me on a better page, get me trending more, and also leave comments. I'm very curious, and I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know if you have any questions for me for future shows. Please leave me your comments. I guarantee you, I will answer your comments. And if you have anything you want me to talk about, I will do my best to research it and bring it to you in an intelligent and entertaining manner. I hope that will benefit you and also benefit me and increase my knowledge of particular subject matter. Now, today is going to be partly controversial to some people that are fans of the Man of Steel, the last son of Krypton, aka Kal-El. And we know him here as Superman. Now, I want to first and foremost tell you that I am not a hater of Superman. I like Superman. I am not a hater of DC. I like DC. If you heard me in past shows, past streams, talking with other people such as Chris Knight, Robert Storms, Sean Stackhouse, Orsboard, Mama Bear, I have told them that DC has more interesting characters. What's up, Enjoy 243? I appreciate your time, Bo. I think you might like this show. It's going to be very controversial. Talking about my question is Superman really so super? I want you to think on that for a while. Is Superman really so super? Now, before I get back to that question, I want you to marinate on that. What's up, Tony Brown? The question I'm posing. In fact, let me type it. Let me type the question of the day. Is Superman really so super? Ooh, that sounds like it's going to piss some people off. Let me go ahead and change that color too. I don't like that color. Let me change that color. Change that color. Yeah, it's Superman really so super. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. That's my question. But before I get to that, like I told you earlier, I am not a Superman hater. I am not a DC hater. I like Marvel. What's up, Darth Reese? Good to see you, Bo. I like Marvel and I like DC. In a recent chat I had with Chris and Sean, I told them that Marvel has better leaders than DC. It's just point blank. It's not speculation. It's not my opinion. It's factual. And last night, Sean had a very good chat. You check out, first of all, if you ever check out Sean Stackhouse's his channel, Mama Bear, her channel, the Chad, his channel, Chris Knight, and also Orsboard. That's Ordbored. These are people that I usually, and Robert Storms. These are people that I usually converse with on the regular. Check out their channels. They do excellent material. They have a very good outlook and very good opinion on some of these things I'm talking about. So, like I said, I think I'm getting together tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, with Chris Knight. But check them out: Chris Knight, Mama Bear, Sean Stackhouse, Orsboard, and the Chad, Robert Storm. Very good material. They will enlighten you. They will entertain you. What's up, Purple Minded? Can't wait till tomorrow night. Check out that show you're gonna do on Power. But anyway, I'm gonna get to the show. Superman. The question is Superman really so super? Now, I'm gonna use material that we've seen on movies, that we see on cartoon shows, that we see in animation. I'm not going to use comic book material. And the reason why, because more people are familiar and have seen the movies, the TV shows, the cartoons, animation. A lot of people don't read it, the comics. I know some people say, well, that's kind of cheap. Well, I'm just going on what the majority. In the words of Spock from Star Trek 2, no, correction, Star Trek 3, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. Now, I'm going to use that material to make my arguments that Superman, as bad as he is, he has very glaring weaknesses that can be taken advantage of. Okay. First weakness, kryptonite. Hey, if you look up on any Wikipedia, if you look on the TV shows, if you look on the movies, first thing to get rid of Superman is kryptonite. And I blame Superman for letting people know that weakness because in Superman 1, when he first became Superman after he left the Fortress of Solitude and came to Metropolis, he had an interview with Lois Lane on the top of the building, on her apartment. What's up, Dominican Scott? Thank you for joining me, bro. And in this interview, this fool told Lois Lane his weakness. In fact, he told her two of his weaknesses. That kryptonite and he can't see through lead. So why in the hell are you going to tell the bad guys your weaknesses? To me, that's stupid. Kryptonite is number one weakness, and I got 4 weaknesses. Kryptonite is number one weakness, and being naive, I'm classify that 4A. There's no way in hell Batman is going to tell people what his weaknesses, which Batman has very few weaknesses other than being human. But that's a talk for another day. So Superman, kryptonite. If you watch the Super Friends, there were several, and Smallville, there were several different things. Different kryptonites have different effects on them. On Smallville, if he had a red kryptonite, it would change his personality. He become, instead of very nice and honorable like he is, he become very mean and selfish. On the cartoon, there's one called gold kryptonite. If you research that on Wikipedia, it takes away his powers completely. There was one I read one time to my buddies, and I think it's pink kryptonite. I don't know what it is, but that makes him act like he's gay. So I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen this or read this research that is going on Wikipedia, but different kryptonites specifically changes his whole character. Has character traits. What's up, King Ethan? Nice to meet you. Second weakness is the red sun. Everybody knows that Superman is powered by the yellow sun. That is his main source of energy. That is why his father, Jor-El, sent him to Earth, because he said in the movies, Man of Steel, and he also said in Superman, first Superman, the movie, that this would give him an advantage over us, lowly earthlings. That the sun would energize his cells and make him impervious to pain, sickness, weakness, all that kind of stuff. But if you take a red sun, guess what? He's just like us. So that's his second weakness. Kryptonite's 1, red sun is 2. Being naive, unless that's 4A. Also, if you watch and do the story of Injustice, Batman defeated Superman in the Injustice storyline by putting him in a room and continuously showing red sunlight on him. And when Batman had to go back and get Superman's help, Superman told him, I'm not going back in that room ever again. So put him in the room with red sun, neutralize his power. He's just like us. Javion, my brother, the only reason kryptonite exists as a weakness is so the guy who voiced Superman on the old radio She'll need an excuse to take a vacation. Okay. Let me read some of this. Mama Bear said there are several kinds of kryptonite, each affect him differently. That is very true. King Ethan says red behavioral modifications. Just like I said, red makes him more meaning. Gold takes away it. I think there was one on Smallville where, if I'm not mistaken, we know green kryptonite affects Superman, but blue kryptonite affects Bizarro. I'm not sure what blue. I don't think blue kryptonite has any negative effect on Superman, if I can remember correctly. Tony Brown said, but I do believe he's not the smartest, but he is a man. If I overlook him being too good, I believe there's another one of his weaknesses. He is not the smartest. He is not smart as Batman. I don't care what you say. I know if you watched Superman the movie, when he became 18, he went and he discovered the Fortress of Solitude. He threw that green crystal into the snow and it formed the Fortress of Solitude. And for 18 years, he studied and went all around the universe, and that guy taught him everything. And he did learn a lot of knowledge. But Superman, I'm going to say he's a genius, but he's not on the level of Batman. Batman, I believe, is smarter. Iron Man, I believe, is smarter. And the smartest, based on what I've seen, is the Black Panther's sister. I can't think of her name now. But she seems to be the smartest one I've seen based on the movies. Just look at the movies. Also, the third weakness of Superman is magic. Superman cannot adapt to magic. I'll give you some examples. If you go back to Super Friends, an old Super Friends episode, I can't think of this man, but he was a wizard. Anyway, he was able to find out the spell that would transfer his body and essence into Superman body and vice versa. And he almost accomplished it, but the penguin got in the way of the transfer, and the penguin had all of Superman's power. Another example on Super Friends is no, not even on Super Friends. On Super Friends, Mixoplex. Mixoplex is some kind of magical being from the fourth dimension or fifth dimension, one of those dimensions. And the only way Superman is able to defeat Mixoplex is whenever he has him either write his name or say his name backwards. And then he has to go back into that dimension, I think, for 90 days, if I'm not mistaken. 30 either 90 days. Then he comes back. There's one episode, I think it's called, the guy that played Mixoplex is Jeffrey Godfrey, I think his name. I can't think of his name. But for like a year or two, he was on Superman, but and Superman was able to outsmart him, but it took everything he could muster to outsmart him. But the magic gives him a fit. Also, there is if you go to Injustice, I played with Superman one time and beat the whole game. It says Superman took over the earth and whatever, but he also took some of Shazam's power and he kind of changed his suit to put like magical stuff on it to protect him from magic. So magic gives Superman a fit also. If he's a very strong magician, I think Dr. Fate could give him some problems. I definitely think Dr. Strange could give Superman some problems because he can't cope with that. Also, my brother made a good point, which I'm going to put in here. If you remember in Superman 3, it was dark green kryptonite that made him evil. If I remember correctly, Richard Pryor was in that movie and he put tar into that mixture of the kryptonite and it changed his personality. If you remember that, Superman had to fight himself in the junkyard. It took all he could to overcome that. Also in that movie, that supercomputer that Richard Pryor made in the Grand Canyon was almost defeating Superman. The only way that Superman could beat that computer is he had to go to some kind of radioactive plant or something and got something that would eat through everything. And he put the that substance inside the computer and it ate the computer and killed the computer that way. So Superman can be defeated in several different ways. We already named three. The first one is kryptonite. Second one is a red sun. The third one is magic. The fourth and most deadliest way Superman can be beat is Lois Lane. He has a heart. He's in love with her. In the injustice, and in and I think one of the cartoons, I can't think of it, or one of the animation movies, the Joker killed Lois Lane and Superman totally lost it. He went evil. He can be corrupted. If he can be corrupted, he can be defeated. Just like Batman said, if he bleeds, he can be killed. Remember when Batman v Superman, he asked Batman when he came back, can you bleed or do you bleed? Superman can bleed. And if you can bleed, you can be killed. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said about Predator. If it bleeds, it can be killed. And Superman, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to drink out that cup or not, Superman can be killed. He can be defeated. Is it easy? No. Is it hard? Hell yeah, it's hard. But can it be done? It can be done. That is my argument. I know there are going to be some people, in particular, Sean Stackhouse. Well, in the comic book, he was able to grab a black hole, grab a solar pulsar. He's able to crack into heaven and beat Jesus Christ. The comic book, he maybe can do all that stuff. But I'm going by just the movies, Smallville, TV shows I've seen, Lois and Clark, whatever TV show, whatever animation, Superman has weaknesses. Kryptonite, Red Sun, Magic, Lois Lane. Superman 2, he was not defeated, but Zod and his followers had an advantage because he cared about the people. He has emotions. If you care about somebody, that can be used as your weakness. That's right. Shuri is the Black Panther sister's name. I think she's the smartest person in the MCU and the DCEU that I'm aware of. Get a little off topic, but I'm going to read this because I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. Darth Reese said, should Disney make a Dragon Ball Z movie? Absolutely. I am waiting for it because that Dragon Ball Evolution that came out about 15, 20 years ago was total garbage. As you can see back here, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. That's my man right there. Right here. Good old Vegeta. Right here too. Vegeta. I know they have the rights to it. Whether or not they're going to do it, I don't know. But fingers crossed that they'll do it. Let me answer. Mad. I was thinking of him. I just didn't want to try spelling his name. Yes, Mixoplex. That you talking about? Mixoplex gave Superman hell. I think Mixoplex was on Smallville as well too, but I can't quite remember the episode. But I do believe he was featured on Smallville. Dorothy said they took Black Panther's smartness from the comic books and gave it to his sister in the movies. Yep, that may be true. I know whenever I read Wikipedia, it says that he's one of the smartest people in the world on the Black Panther. Orsborg says Superman's worst weakness is his emotions. I agree. The minute you heard, now I will say on Infinite Crisis, on the Kingdom Come Superman, he's seen to cope with the loss of Perry, Jimmy Olsen, Lois, all his major friends. But I think he probably went off on a tangent. I'm not sure what he did. It didn't show all that. But he seemed to be coping with it well. But if you look Play Injustice, and I can't think of that other animated movie, When the Joker kills Lois, he goes off the deep end and he just like, F it. I'm gonna do the world like I want it, and the hell with everything else. Superman 2, he gave up all his power for Miss Lane also. Yep. Gave up his power for love. And found out that he had to go back and get it. Now in that Superman 2, it shows something I didn't know a power that Superman had, I never knew. Because then Superman 2, he kind of teleported because they were in the fortress, all three of them, and he could teleport and he could replicate himself. It was like 2 or 3 different Supermen. So I didn't know he had that power. Unless it's something that he only has in the Fortress of Solitude. I don't know. But he sure had it. Go back and watch it. He was able to like teleport to different parts of the Fortress of Solitude. And at one point, there was a Superman at each person. There was one at Zod. There was one that couldn't talk, and the one at the female. I can't think of her name. Javion Graham says, a powerful enough telepath can control him. Max Lord controlled him. Is that in his comic books? We're not using that. But do I think Professor X could control Superman? Most definitely. But somebody said, well, how about if he build one of those helmets like what Magneto wear? Well, guess what? Professor got it off. Same thing with Juggernaut. Juggernaut has on his helmet, he's protected from Professor X. But watch Spider-Man and his amazing friends, when the Juggernaut goes to the X-Men mansion, they're able to team up and get his helmet off. And once his helmet is off, Charles Xavier has him. So I'm just saying. Mad Mom Bear said that particular fourth dimension being has many appearances because of Kryptonian weakness to magic. I agree. Whether you want to accept it or not, the Man of Steel, the last son of Krypton, Kal-El, aka Superman, as bad as he is, he has 4 major weaknesses. 5 if you want to count naive, because it's naive to tell your enemy your weaknesses. He did that on the first appearance with Lois. He instantly fell in love. I guess it was love at first sight. Guess what, Lois? Kryptonite will kill me, and I can't see through lead, but don't tell nobody. Okay, how well will that go? Because if you remember, once Lex Luthor found out of that, he started building his buildings out of lead, so Superman couldn't see what he was doing, what was going on. So that's a move Batman would make. That's why Batman was able to defeat, almost kill. Okay, let's let this sink in. In Batman v Superman, Batman, a mere mortal, but has had gadgets, suit of armor, was able to outsmart, outmaneuver, and almost kill the Man of Steel. Let that sink in. Let that marinate on your brain for a minute. A human who's smarter than Superman, who has all these powers: flight, speed, invulnerability, heat rays, cold breath, whatever. A mere human who had gadgets, determination, superior intellect was able to outmaneuver and almost ultimately kill him. Mad's Mama Bear said Juggernaut has a helmet because Xavier is his half brother. I don't know. Juggernaut power comes from magic too. So Juggernaut probably could give Superman a run for his money because he is unstoppable. He doesn't need air. He doesn't need food. He doesn't need anything. He is ongoing. The what do they call it? Something a Sidorak, whatever he got. I can't name that jewel, but that what powers the Juggernaut, and it's magic. I don't think Superman possibly couldn't beat the Juggernaut because he is magic powered. He doesn't need food. He doesn't. His only weakness is when he takes off that helmet, and Xavier can neutralize him with his mental telepathy. That's his only weakness that I've seen the Juggernaut. Javion says, in the animated movie, he programmed rockets to fire when they sense X-ray. Who programmed rockets to fire? I'm not sure what you're talking about. But that's my argument against Superman. I had a discussion again. I even think Goku and Vegeta, if any of you watch Dragon Ball Z, in particular, my favorite is Goku. Batman in the animated movie, he programmed rockets to fire when they sense X-ray. Okay. Yeah, Batman, whether you like him or not, Batman is the most dangerous man in the MCU. In the DCEU. He is dangerous. I can't think of the name of that movie, animated movie, but he had a contingency plan for everybody in the Justice League, including himself. If they ever went rogue, if they ever went bad, he had a contingency plan for all of them. And they were pissed off because they said, why would you do that to us? Batman he trusts you, but he trusts you to a certain extent. He always a step or two ahead. I've never seen him caught off balance. If you watch Crisis on Infinite Earth, the last episode, they sent him to this place. I can't think of what it is. It was the Flash, Supergirl, Martian Manhunter, Kingdom Come Superman. There were particular names they gave him. I can't think of what it is. There's 7 of them. Anyway, the Whales sent him to this place where the anti-monitor couldn't get him. But just when he gets there, Lex Luthor put some kind of spell where he changed places with Superman. So he's one of the 7 people. He outsmarts Superman again. Lex Luthor continuously outsmarts Superman, but Superman, for whatever reasons, stays a step ahead of him or gets the better of him but he's always playing from behind. He's playing catch up. He always underestimates Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor always comes up with something. Superman has to play catch up and then finally beat him or get around him or divert whatever catastrophe. But Superman is not the smartest. For all his strength and power and everything he has, he can be outsmarted. And again, I know it sounds like I'm hating him. I'm not hating him. I'm just pointing out chinks in his armor. Going back to what I was saying earlier, I believe not Vegeta now, not his current power level, but Ultra. If you watch Dragon Ball Super, Goku now has attained something called Ultra Instinct, and it's on a different level. Even the gods in that particular cartoon are hard pressed to beat Goku. I think the angels can, or the head angel, but the gods when he gets Ultra Instinct, it's a whole different ball game. He's beyond his strength and power and technique are multiplied exponentially, and he's just if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, watch Dragon Ball Super, the last few episodes where he achieves Ultra Instinct. It is awesome. I think Ultra Instinct Goku, I definitely know Ultra Instinct Vegeta, if he ever gets that, can defeat Superman. There's no doubt in my mind. Vegeta is a smarter and more aggressive fighter than Goku, but of course the story is going to rank Goku as a hero. He's happy-go-lucky and all this kind of stuff, and he loves to train. But if evenly matched, power for power, I don't think Goku could beat Vegeta if he had Ultra Instinct. And I just don't think Vegeta is the more aggressive and smarter fighter, in my opinion. Now, both of them are arrogant. Goku's arrogant in a kind of good way. Vegeta's kind of arrogant in a bad way. Because if you remember, before Cell became perfect, Vegeta had the power to beat Cell. But he was so arrogant in his new strength that he let Cell become perfect. And he wasn't able to beat perfect Cell. But I'm kind of veering off of the main topic. Mr. Scott said, I would watch Superman the movie and part 2, skip 3 and 4. Never seen them. I'm kind of like Superman Returns. Man of Steel is my favorite. You check out Superman 3, Scott. I'm gonna call you D Scott. No disrespect. Superman 3 is watchable. It'll give you some more information on Superman. It also show one of the epic fights between when Superman fought Clark Kent in that junkyard. You might want to check that out. Superman 4 is totally garbage. I didn't like that at all. Basically, Lex Luthor made some kind of man that was just as strong as Superman, but the sun powered him, and he was able to like pop his claws, and those claws scratched Superman and made him weak and stuff. And yeah, I'm glad I brought it. Lex Luthor made a superhero, a super villain that was powered by the sun. This man had the same powers that Superman had, except he was powered by the sun. And when the sun went down, he was shut down. When Superman wouldn't shut down because he could contain the radiation. But that man needed radiation. I can't think of what his name was. But he scratched Superman with his claws, and Superman almost died. The only way he was saved, he could use one time, was that green crystal he used to make the Fortress of Solitude. He used that crystal to kind of re-energize himself. But if he got scratched with them nails again, that was it. So look at that. 5 or 6 get scratched by someone of equal power, that radiation man, or whatever the hell his name was. He almost died. Justice League Doom. Mama Bear said, took me a minute to remember. Javion Graham. Lex was smart enough to overtake Brainiac when they fused together. Yeah, Lex ain't no joke. Purple minded. Comment, you would like My Hero Academy. I enjoy that series more than Super. I don't know, man. I'm all in with Dragon Ball, man. I don't like the first, like Dragon Ball when Goku a little bit, but Dragon Ball Z on up, I could skip over some parts of GT, but I'm all in with Dragon Ball Super. Man, that's my joint. I can watch that over and over. I am dying. Please, Disney, please, if you're listening, if you ever get this, make Dragon Ball Z right. Make Dragon Ball Z movie right. Because you see, I can't think of the guy that plays IP Man, but I could see him as Vegeta. He would be a cold Vegeta boy. What is his name? I can't think of it. But it's the man that plays IP Man. That sucker is cold. I could see him as Vegeta in that armor. That crazy hair like Vegeta wear. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Nuclear Man, that's his name. Nuclear Man was a man that almost killed Superman in Superman 4. Watch it. I forgot who said they didn't watch it. D. Scott. Watch Superman 4. Man, it's Nuclear Man. My brother just brought to my attention. And he almost killed Superman because he had these radioactive nails. Look it up. Now, what I'm telling you, some people, again, I want to reiterate, I'm not hating on Superman. I'm just bringing facts. I bring facts. I don't bring no opinion. I'm bringing stuff that we all saw. If we watch these movies, watch these shows, this is the stuff that the people brought. The people that create those shows. Everybody talk about canon. This is canon what I'm talking about. Canon basically is the rules and regulations that individuals put in place that create a certain show. So these are the rules, or these are the regulations of that Superman. He got these weaknesses. This ain't nothing I'm making up. This is stuff that was made, that was put on the big screen, or put on animation, or put on TV shows. We cover anything that we see on any of these TV shows, cartoons, animations, movies, except for the comic books. And again, my reason for not using comic books is because more of the casual fans, not the geeks, the casual fans have seen all these shows. You even got an individual here that hadn't seen 2 of those movies. But I know he hadn't read the comic book. I feel strongly he had read the comic books because comic books are very vast. You can read one, you can skip over two or three or whatever, but these movies are more consistent. They're a more consistent source of information. That's why I'm using that. That is why I'm using those. Darth Reese says Brainiac is the smartest comic book character ever. I don't know. I don't know about that. Tony Stark seemed pretty damn smart to me. We haven't even seen what Reed Richards gonna do. And Shuri, she was able to pretty much bring people back from the dead. I mean, so look how she saved the Winter Soldier. That guy that got shot in Black Panther, they brought him on. They put one of them beads that she created in his spine, and he was able to get him on an even level to transport back to Wakanda. And she's able to pretty much bring him back, and he looked like he was perfect. Donnie Yen, that's his name. Donnie Yen would be the perfect Vegeta. That sucker is cold, just like Vegeta. Got the same build. Can you not see Vegeta? Donnie Yen right here in that outfit. I'm loving it. Purple Minded says, my hero is like your band of Marvel and DC. I ain't mad at that. I was reading an article just today, and they said that as long as the Hulk stays angry, or the anger he got, his power will surpass Superman, his strength. Now, I'm not saying overall power, because, he has different things. They each have different powers, but in the Hulk, I mean, you can't kill him. If you watch Immortal Hulk, he doesn't try to kill himself several times. This sucker catches the bullet and spits it out. I mean, really? You try to kill yourself several times. The other guy catches the bullet and spits it out. You can't even kill yourself. Oh, man, the Hulk. Lord. Let me go. Donnie Yen. Unit Thrive said, IKO UAS is better. Watch the Red movies. United Thrive, do not have a clue what you just said or what you're talking about. Purple Minded, man, of course, my boy Deku from My Hero Academy is top 5 trending right now. I've been hyped over this recent episode. I'll check out My Hero Academy, but I don't see him swaying. The only anime that kind of got me swaying away, well, not even swaying, but and it's old now. I wish they'd bring it back, but Afro Samurai. Oh man, that was my joint back in the day. Toni Stark is Earth smart. Brainiac is universal smart. Well, if memory serves me, Darth Reese, Toni Stark was able to figure out time travel. And that's pretty universal to me because you can go and do whatever you want. I'm just saying, I don't know. But time travel, figuring that shit out is pretty impressive. Just saying. You're not Thrive. Ian is old. Old enough to kick both our asses. Yeah, I agree. I will see him like Vegeta. They can do some of that regeneration stuff they use like on Gemini Man. They show Will Smith in 3 different ages. 40-something-year-old, 20-something-year-old, and a teenager. Yeah, I forgot what technology they use, but they can do that to touch Donnie Yen up to be a play Vegeta. So another argument. Maz Mombear said, I agree with Darth Reese. Brainiac acquires and stores information from the entire universe. I ain't saying Brainiac ain't smart. I'm just saying that Did y'all watch what was it? What's the thing with Superman Granddaddy? It was on Sci-Fi Channel. He got cancer. Krypton. They was able to, if I'm not mistaken, they was able to outsmart Brainiac on Krypton. Might want to check it out. I get it, Perp. I like that you're so passionate about it. My brother Javion say Vegeta is old, but we really don't know how old Vegeta or Goku is because they tell on the show that Saiyans keep their age at a different rate. I'm not sure how many years it passed by for one of our Earth years, but that's what Bowman was complaining about. She's like, hey, y'all stay young too. He's like, the reason we don't age, the reason their hair don't grow and do certain things is because they age very slowly to keep up their fighting skills and skill set and that kind of stuff. So they age at a different age. We don't know how old Goku or Vegeta is because when they get a certain age, they usually kind of stop aging. So Vegeta may be 100 or something. I mean, we don't know. Or Goku may be. Well, Vegeta's older than Goku. So we really don't know. We really don't know how old Vegeta is. Lobo got canceled on Sci-Fi. Won't happen. What are you talking about, Lobo? No, Lobo was on. He was on Krypton. But yeah, powers on Krypton. I never seen him. This sucker could like blow up. If part of his body wasn't damaged, he could like regenerate his whole body because he like blew up himself and threw half his body into the cell, and then about 3 or 4 hours later, it had regenerated. So I didn't know he could do all that. You not thrive. DB movie will cost $1 billion to make. Not true, sir. If you saw Endgame, Dragon Ball Z don't have any more technical or any more special effects than Infinity War or Endgame would have. It didn't cost him $1 billion. Would it cost a pretty penny? I agree. A few million, yes. Maybe 100 or two. But I think they would make it back if they place it in the right month in the theater, promote it right, get well-known actors. I think it could do well. The fan is there. The fans are there. And also, what drives a lot of movies too is word of mouth. A lot of people don't believe on the strength of word of mouth, but that's what got Captain Marvel to a big. Captain Marvel wasn't $1 billion movie if you sit down and look at it, but they placed it right. Placed it right before Endgame. A lot of people say, man, you might want to go check out Captain Marvel because then when Samuel Jackson does that, uses that beeper, beep, 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 at the end, it ties in and you know what it is. So that's why people went and saw Captain Marvel. Because when they first saw, like, where's that beeper? Who's that is? If you didn't watch Captain Marvel, you wouldn't have a clue about what that beeper or who he was calling unless you were a geek that just knew her insignia once it popped up on that beeper. But if you didn't know that, you're just a regular casual fan, you didn't know who that was Captain Marvel. So that's why Captain Marvel made money, because they placed it before Endgame came out. And people said, look, you need to watch Captain Marvel because it's going to tie into Endgame. Or people went and saw Endgame and said, who's that beeper? What is that about? Let me go see what that is because they might give me some more information. And they went back and saw Captain Marvel. And guess what? Boom, $1 billion. It's called strategic placement. Marvel is the masters of that. If you remember when Black Panther came out, they could have picked any month they wanted to out of the 12. Guess which one they picked? February, second month. Why? Black History Month. Black people band together and push that movie. I'm not saying white people didn't go see it, and I'm not saying white people didn't enjoy it, but I'm saying a big push and a smart push was to put that movie in February in Black History Month. It helped it made $1 billion. Marvel or To me, Marvel is a genius when it comes to placing certain movies certain ways. And that's why DCEU is in the dust. That's why it's second place. There was a discussion last night saying that how DCU came out first and did this stuff. Yeah, 1966, they made a Batman movie. That was the old time Superman stuff. But the analogy that I use and what I'm going to use now is that it does no good for you to find an all well, or you go somewhere in Texas or wherever and you dig and you find all. If you don't have the equipment to cap it, and if you don't have the means to refine it, all you got is black goo sitting right there. That's not going to do anything. DC, yeah, they found the oil, but Marvel was able to cap the oil well, refine it, and sell it, and that's where they're beating DCU now. DCU has the goods. They have Superman, they have Wonder Woman, they have Batman, they have the Trinity. They have more interesting characters. They have more powerful characters if you place them one-on-one in certain aspects. I'll give you that. I'm not denying that. But Marvel has Kevin Feige. They had the Russo brothers. You got Jon Favreau. They got a team now that knows what they're doing, and they're going in the right direction. I'm interested to see what this next phase is going to do because it took 10 years to get from Iron Man 1 to Endgame. Everybody's satisfied. People now, if you go to Star Wars fans are in an uproar. You saw that episode 4, then went to 5, then to 6, and did the prequels, went to 1, 2, and 3. Now we got 7, 8, 9. Nobody's happy. Everybody's talking about how Rise of Skywalker is trash. I don't think it's trash. I was entertained. I've always said if I'm entertained, I feel like my money is, I spent my $10 when I pay. I wasn't going to the movie saying, what the hell? Then I'm okay with it. I don't care that we don't know how the Emperor came back. I don't care if Star Wars Rise of Skywalkers use some of the same things that Endgame did. Case in point is when they brought all those ships back, when Lando and Chewie brought all those ships back to come help the cavalry, it's kind of similar to whenever Falcon said, on your left, and all those people came through. That's kind of similar scenes. It's different things, ships versus people. I don't care. I was entertained with Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I was. Lightsaber scenes was better. I don't care if there was a romantic connection between Kylo Ren and I can't think of the girl name now. I'm gonna roll. What is her daggone name? Rey. I don't care about Kylo and Rey. She told you in the movie why she kissed him. She said, I wanted to follow you and take your hand, but you was Kylo Ren. When he went back and realized that he was Ben, that's when she took his hand. That's when she kissed him. Go back and watch the movie. She told you, I want to take your hand, but I couldn't because you were on the dark side. Pretty much. When he came back, went to the light side, she connected with him. She grabbed his hand. She kissed him. I don't have a problem with that. I don't care if that makes you mad or you think it's stupid. I don't have a problem with it. When someone tells me why they did it and it makes sense, you got to go for it at face value. Why are you trying to make things the way you want it to be done? That's the way the people at Disney wants to. Whether y'all, okay, I'm really going to piss some people off now, but I don't care. Everybody is screaming for Kathleen Kennedy's head. And I'm not saying she was without fault. I'm not saying that some of her decisions led Star Wars down this road that it is. This divisiveness. But you can't place all the blame at Kathleen Kennedy's feet. Bob Iger, the president of Disney, got to take some of that blame. Because he's the boss. He's the overseer of all that stuff. If he sees somebody as being weak or needs help or his plan or his direction is not going like he wants it, it's up to him to pull that person to the side and say, hey, look, you ain't doing what I want you to do. I'm hearing taking a lot of heat from the fans, this, that, and the other. Either you're going to do it this way or you're going to hit the road. He didn't have enough stones to do that. So I'm not blaming everything on Kathleen Kennedy. Whether or not she made bad decisions or said stupid things, I'm not denying that. But yeah, at the end of the day, most of us on here has a boss. I have a boss. I know things that I can and can't do, things I can say that I can't say. If my boss tells me, look, Danny, you don't need to say that. You don't need to do that. Or you might want to do this, this, and this. Because if you don't do this, this, and this, then you're going to be up out of here. Guess what? I'm going to change because I need my job. I want my job. I love my job. Kathleen Kennedy should feel that same way. I don't think she got that call from Bob Iger saying, hey, Kathleen, you need to tighten up. She didn't. I think he chose to let her step down that ledge by herself and the decision she made and screwed doggone Star Wars up. That's just my opinion. But some of the, not all the blame is on her. He let her did that. So whether you want to admit it or not, that's just my belief. That's my 10 cents. It ain't all Kathleen Kennedy. If she was the boss of Disney, I'd say yeah. But she ain't the boss of Disney. She's just one of the workers. So it's up to the supervisor or the boss to say, hey, you ain't doing what's best for this company. And if you don't change, if you don't get online or get on board, guess what? You up out of here. So marinate on it. Think about it. It ain't all Kathleen Kennedy. Some of the divisiveness that with the Star Wars fans is because of Bob Iger lack of putting his foot down. Facts, baby. Purple Minded say Vegeta and Goku are in their 40s. They start aging when they hit around their 80s. Okay, I don't know how you know that, but I'm going to take it that you know what you're talking about. I've never heard or seen anything in Dragon Ball Z literature or lore to let me know that they're going to start aging at their 80s. But I'm going to take your word for it, Perp Man. You sound like you might be know what you're talking about. They didn't defeat Brainiac on Krypton. He stole Jor-El. Okay. You might be right on that, Maz Mama Bear. I watched it kind of loosely. I was intrigued with Zod coming back from the future and taking over Krypton and changing in his image. So I might have missed that episode. But I know Brainiac was inside of Jor-El or one of those characters. Superman granddaddy or daddy? Superman granddaddy. He was inside of Superman's grandfather. And I thought Superman's grandfather was able to outsmart him. But might be right. I concede to your knowledge. Comment chat, I'm mainly talking about comics. Okay. Thrive said Krypton was boring. I agree with you. It was boring in some stuff, but guess what? You got to watch the boring stuff because sometimes the boring stuff still gives you knowledge on the subject matter. Case in point, Batwoman to me is pretty boring. I like Alice. She's the fuel that keeps that storyline running. But I still going to watch Batwoman because it's going to give me overall knowledge on Batman literature and Batman lore. So sometimes, so some shows I'm not going to watch. Cloak and Dagger, I could not watch it. Oh my God, I could not watch it. But Krypton, I had to watch that because I want to become more knowledgeable on Superman. So when I have these debates against people like Sean Stackhouse and Chris Knight, I got to be on my game. So I got to watch everything I can and get all that knowledge. So whenever I'm able to get mano a mano, I can go ahead and know what I'm talking about. So watch the boring stuff, even though it may be boring, it may not pull your attention, but it will help you over your overall knowledge. I believe that. Superman grandfather's was Zagel. Okay. You're probably right, Maz Mama Bear. I kind of was in and out on that. I was intrigued with the Lobo part, like I said. The Zod's mother and grandmother, his mother and his great grandmother. The Zod line and how they created Doomsday was mainly what I watched. I said, what do you think about Witcher TV show? I've only seen the first 2 episodes. I've heard it is awesome, but man, my schedule is crazy, man. You would not believe my schedule. I got 2 jobs. Some days I get off one. You get quick. I get up at 6:30, Monday through Friday. Go to my job, get off at 5. Come home, takes about 20 minutes to get home. I change, get in my personal car, go to my second job. Sometimes I work 4 or 5 hours, come back at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. If I got a stream lined up, I get on there. Sometimes I get to bed 11, 12 o'clock at night, depending on how long the stream is. So that's my day. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm kind of free, depending on my other job, my second job. But like right now, I'm free. I just had a call, I thought, on my phone, and I may have to go to another client. I hope not. I haven't been able to reach him yet. But if not, I'll be free the rest of the day. But if not, I'm going to get off of here, shoot back, go get them. But steady moving, man. Steady moving. Mama Bear said, I appreciate that you trust my knowledge. Oh, yeah, most definitely. I trust it, Bubba. I trust your knowledge, Mama. Always boy said, haha, Sean and Chris. Yeah. And Sean and Chris, boy, the only Superman kick. Got to be on top. I'm surprised they ain't on here, but I know if Sean see it, he's going to be like, what the hell? You're not Thrive. I was okay. I never read the books or played the game. What books you talking about, Sean? I mean, You're Not Thrive. Witcher. Oh, I haven't either. I've never played the games or seen it. Why don't you look up an old show, You're Not Thrive? It's called what is it? Wizards and Warlocks, if I'm not mistaken. That is what Witcher reminds me of. This is an old, like, 1980s show. It starred, if I can remember, Derek Blackpool was the villain. And I can't think of the good guy's name, but it's kind of like in Camelot time. But I think it was called Witches and Warlocks. Came on 1980. If I can get it on Amazon, you maybe go on. But check that show out. It didn't last, maybe it last 2 seasons. But The Witcher reminded me a lot of that. Of course, special effects are better now. But Henry Cavill, to me, he is my favorite Superman. I like him better than Christopher Reeve. I know that's going to piss people off. Like, what are you smoking? But Henry Cavill is built like Superman. He's chiseled like from rock. He has a look. He is believable. When I see him in the costume, I believe that's freaking Superman. I just hope that DCEU has enough sense to get him back and do a Man of Steel 2 and a Justice League 2. I hope they're able to get Ben Affleck back. I do not think Robert Pattinson is going to be able to surpass Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton. He'll do better than Val Kilmer. I'll put him out right now. I guarantee you, Robert Pattinson would be better than Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was the worst Batman ever. I don't care who that pisses off. I hate doggone Batman Forever. I did a show last week ranking the top 10 Batman movie live action, and that was my number 10. Batman Forever sucks. I don't care who disagrees with me. SUCKS exclamation point times infinity. That's doggone. If you look in the dictionary, that's what you're gonna see for Batman Forever. Sucks with exclamation points infinity. I saw a picture of Leto. I hope he's a better Morbius than he is Joker, because he sucked as Joker with that honka crap. The gangster Joker did not do it for me. So I hope that he does better. I'm praying that he does too. I want every comic book movie ever made to be great. There's people on this word of hero comic book fatigue or Marvel fatigue. I don't believe that. If the movie is good, I don't care if we see 100 of them. If the movies are good, okay. Everybody said the last few Transformers were bad. Okay, I'll give you that. I saw Bumblebee. I thought Bumblebee was good. But I'm still going to go. If they make another Transformer movie tomorrow, I'm going to go see it. And I'll say, well, dog, that was suck. but I'm still gonna go see it because I love the Transformers. I know where the Transformers came from. I remember the Transformers from the cartoons, Optimus Prime, Megatron. Man, if I go to a movie and I see Megatron transform into that gun, I'm gonna be on cloud nine. That's the best Megatron ever. I'll give Galvatron a thumbs up. I like Galvatron on the Transformers movie. It was played by Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Dr. Spock. When he transformed and turned into that cannon and shot Starscream, man, that was awesome. So I give Galvatron a pass. But Megatron, the original Megatron, that is the best Megatron ever. And if you go a little bit past Transformers to Beast Wars, I would love to see a Beast Wars in theaters. I thought that was cool how they went from transforming to machines. They went on this planet. They had to transform into animals. Check out Beast Wars. You've never seen it. It is awesome. I'm going to ask you to give me a 2-minute break. We're going to use the bathroom, grab something to drink, and I will be right back. Give me 2 minutes, please. Thank you for holding. I'm sorry for that, but nature called. I have to take care of that. Thank you for staying. And continue. Okay. United Thrive says Jared Leto is overrated. Jared Leto overrated as what? As an actor, as because like I said, I did not like him in as a Joker in this in that what was it movie he played in? Um Suicide Squad. He does look awesome as Morpheus. I agree again with you, Mom. Maz Mom. Javion said if none of you have ever seen Storm Riders, you should check it out. Javion, you get a standing or a sitting ovation. Storm Riders is awesome. I said that to Chad, that link, that is what Dragon Ball Z should look like. In Storm Riders, one guy controlled water, and I think the other one controlled fire or ice or something. But it was three of them, if I'm not mistaken. Storm Riders. Anybody should take a look at that. If they could transfer that with the Disney budget, that would be awesome. Goku was 37 at the end of Buu Saga, and Super's timeline is that 10th year gap between Buu Saga at the end of Z, so that would be in their 40s now. Okay, Perk. You on point, bro. I ain't mad at you. I ain't even gonna argue with that. So in 1980 is before my ability to store information. I was 2. Come on now. Come on, Mama Bear. Come on now. In 1980, I was 10. Goku was 37. Oh, you just heard of that one. He'd probably be better than Christian Bale. What? What's wrong with you? Christian Bale is all. Christian Bale. He might be my second. My favorite Batman is Ben Affleck. Christian Bale and Michael Keaton. I totally disagree with you on that, though. Christian Bale was an awesome Batman. Batman Beyond. What do you mean Batman Beyond? Orsborn. The Overdrive files forever. You think Batman Forever is number 1 Overdrive files? You have lost your mind. Batman and Robin is my guilty pleasure. I ain't mad at Batman and Robin. I definitely think George Clooney was a better Batman than Val Kilmer, if you couldn't tell earlier. And I like Mr. Freeze. Arnold Schwarzenegger was funny in that. You know, after I said little, I feel you. I didn't like Little Wayne Blade Runner in 2049. I didn't get to watch that one. Beast Wars over Transformer. Are you asking me that or are you telling me that? Because I like Beast Wars, but I don't know. Transformers at Generation 1 and 2, then they had the head. What's the one where they were like the Headmasters? Headmasters was hell. So check, man. Beast Wars is hell, though. I like that whole concept of Beast Wars. So how they had the pods like in orbit over the Earth, and then when the pods would deteriorate, the Transformer. Well, the good guys was called Maximals. The bad guys, the Predacon, the Autobots were called Maximals in Beast Wars, and the Decepticons were called Predacons. And the Predacons was like Megatron was a T-Rex. His number 2 was like a what's one of them dinosaurs? What's the flying dinosaur? Pterodactyl. One of them was a pterodactyl. One of them was a scorpion. One of them was like a bumblebee. And I can't think of the other one. You know, like a spider. Optimus Prime, his name was Optimus Primal. He was a gorilla. The Rat Trap was a rat. Rhinox was a rhinoceros. Cheetor was a cheetah. And there was one more. I can't think what it is. But you check it out. It's good. I used to watch it every morning. Mama Bear said, had to Google it to the show. Was Wizards and Warlocks. That's it. Wizards and Warlocks. Beast Wars was the best version. I agree. I like Beast Wars. I don't care for Beast Machines as much. It was a little, they were kind of rushing it. If they would have took their time with it. But the ending of Beast Wars Beast Machines was good because Megatron had won, but he took some of the sparks from the Autobots and made them into his people. We didn't find that out to the end. But Beast Wars, man, they got into, man, they went back in the past, and Optimus Prime was able to take his spark and mix it with Optimus Primal, so he became Optimal Primal. And then Megatron was able to mix his spark with the old Megatron that turned to the gun. He became this big dragon. Man, y'all need to check it out. Beast Wars was the jump. You not think he's overrated as an actor. Okay, that's your opinion. He's overrated. I'm mad that Birds of Prey are going to be Harley's team instead of the Batgirl because she's my second favorite female comic book character after Wonder Woman. If Batgirl, okay, Batgirl. I apologize. I'm about to get that confused with Batwoman because Batwoman on the CW sucks. She is clueless. She got all that stuff, all those gadgets. Don't know what she's doing with them. If it wasn't for old boy's son, I can't think of his name, that helps her out, she'd be lost. She'd be done dead. Did you enjoy Terminator? If you're talking about his last Terminator, I haven't seen it. I heard it was crap. I did not spend my money in it. Robert will make a great Bruce. Not sure about Batman. I agree with you, Osborne. Danny DeVito voice action in the Batman. Danny DeVito voice action in the new Batman in 2021. Who is he going to play? I don't know what you're talking about. Give me more information on that. You know, Thrive. Darth Reese. 1 Affleck, 2 Keaton, 3 Bale, and I think Pat's will be 3rd or 4th. I don't think Patson is ever going to surpass Bale. Until Affleck came along, Bale was the standard, in my opinion. Then Keaton. But now Ben Affleck, I like the old gritty Batman. I wish they would play when the Joker killed Robin. That was awesome. They touched a little bit in Batman v Superman, but I wish they would have done like a backstory or went back in time or do a flashback or a memory of Batman when he found Robin or the Joker actually, beating Robin with the crowbar. That would have been not awesome to see, but that would have been awesome if they could have touched on that. We did see the suit and it had the Joker with all that stuff written that he put on the suit that Robin had. But I wish they would have shown that in the flashback. That would have been tight. Danny DeVito is going to make a voice act in the Batman movie. Okay, good. Just in case you haven't done it, please go ahead and hit that like button. Smash it. Give me a good thumbs up. Also, if you have any comments, leave them on there. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this channel. I already got 1,030 subscribers. My next goal is 1,500. I can only do it with your help. So please subscribe. Please retweet. Please share this video, man, because I'm trying to get there. I want to get to 1,500 before the summer. Forever is hands down the bad movie, but God, oh my Lord, Overdrive, you are killing me. Why do you love it if it's bad? That's like loving. That's like, you know, a fart gonna stink, but you gonna still put your head under the cover. What sense does that make? That makes 0 sense. You know, Forever is a bad movie, so why you like it? Why do you love it? That does not make sense. That is idiotic. Overdrive, and I know you're not a stupid person, so do not love that movie. Let it go to it sucks. Beast Wars was dope. I agree, 1,000%. Beast Wars was dope. Is Frieza a girl? No, Frieza is not a girl. Frieza is the son of King Cole, the brother of Cooler. Frieza destroyed Goku and Vegeta's world, planet Vegeta. But They did it because what is that guy's name? I can tell you. Where's he at? This guy. I can't think. Beerus. Beerus told Frieza to do it. But Goku and Vegeta don't know that yet. But where's the angel at? Whis, if you can see him, move my camera up. Whis works for Beerus. I'm not sure if Whis is stronger than Beerus, but he kind of like transports Beerus from place to place. But Whis mentioned to Beerus in the episode that Vegeta and Goku didn't know that he authorized Frieza. I got a picture of Frieza somewhere. Yep. That's Frieza right there. Let me take this off. Frieza. Frieza, that's him right there in his, not his ultimate form, because he got a gold form. But Frieza blew up Vegeta's planet. That's Vegeta standing beside him, and Goku's planet, because Beerus told him to do so. I don't want that information to get out. Okay. Lucius Floxon, that is correct, Darkseid. Thank you. I mean, Terminator as a franchise. Yeah, I like Terminator. I just heard when you kill off John Connor, that makes no sense to me. John Connor is the reason why the Terminators even exist, because they were built to go back in time to destroy him. So you kill him off in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Okay, shouldn't it be over? Because he's ultimately the guy over the Resistance that ultimately destroys the Transformers. I mean the Terminators. So I don't understand why they did that in the last movie. Patterson's going for that number one spot. The man is out here working. He can go all he want to. He ain't gonna be able to beat and surpass Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck looked like the part. He did the work to get his body to look like that. I don't care how much steroids or how much muscle or how much protein he ain't gonna get the look. He's not gonna get that look that Ben Affleck had. Just not. I don't see it. I could be wrong. And if he gets that look and achieves it and becomes number one, I will come on the air and say I was dead wrong. But I don't think I'm dead wrong on that at all. I lied about Danny DeVito voice acting. Okay. Any reason why you lied? You not thrive or bored or what? Why is Angel? Whis is Angel. He is way stronger than Beerus. Okay. I believe that. I believe the Angels are the strongest ones. If you never watched Transformers Prime, it's awesome. I think I watched Transformers Prime. Refresh my memory, Dominicus D. Scott, on Transformer Prime, but I think I watched it. Is that the one that had the Predator King in it? The Predator King? Ben Affleck's not fat in Batman. I don't know what you're smoking. You see that part when he was working out, lifting up all that weight and pulling on that weight with them chains? This is fat. That on that movie wasn't fat. I disagree, Mr. Thrive. He was in Justice League, but not in BVS. Who was in Justice League, but not BVS? According to my view screen, we got 10 people watching, and I appreciate all 10 of you. Thank you very much. We've been on for 1 hour and 19 minutes. a little bit longer than what I anticipated. I didn't think it was going to get this much conversation going, but I am definitely happy. And I will stay on as long as you keep sending the questions. And I want to tell each and every last one of you that I appreciate the time that you take out your busy schedule to come and watch me interact, send me those questions. It's appreciated. I love it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please share this this video with your friends or whoever that may like this type of material and content. And man, I'm just trying to get to 1,500, one sub at a time. Purple minded. Yeah, with the suit on. That's your opinion, UT. I'm gonna call you UT. I don't think he was fat. If that's fat, I want to be fat like that. I don't want to be fat like this one. I want to be fat like Ben Affleck fat. I thought he looked all right in the suit to me. Perp Man said, I like the direction DC is taking. It got me excited. Well, brother, I'm not excited about Birds of Prey. I'm excited about Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman is going to be the smash summer of the hit. I mean, the smash hit of the summer. I think it's going to surpass Black Widow. I could be wrong. But as far as excited, I'll be excited when I see previews for Aquaman 2. I hope they do some type of Flashpoint. I wouldn't use Ezra Miller. I don't like him as the Flash. I would go up to Canada. Say, Mr. Guston, I know you work for the CW Flash. You're doing a fantastic job. But here's $10 million bonus sign-on, and I give you another 10 if the movie makes over $1 billion. Please, please, please come and be Flash. Now, if they get Grant Gustin on board as the Flash and do Justice League 2 and get Henry Cavill back and get Ben Affleck back, I will be ecstatic. Also, I would be excited if they put Robert Pattinson Batman in the Joker universe and they do a second movie, not a Joker 2 yet. I would do not a penguin, but a Riddler. I like Riddler. To me, Riddler, him and Joker, that's 1A. That's 1 and 1A to me. I love the Riddler. The Riddler that was done in not Smallville, but Gotham. I thought he was awesome. If they could get that guy as the Riddler and put him in the Joker's universe, I would be ecstatic. I would definitely say that DC is heading in the right direction if they could make those moves and pull it off. Right now, I'm not so sure. I just have to wait and see. I'm not saying they're not going in the right direction. I'm saying they are going in the right direction. I'm saying right now, I'm on hover mode. I'm just waiting and watching and seeing. Besides birds, the rest of the slate looks fire. What? Give me the rest of the slate. Maybe you know more than what I know. Well, I know they're coming up as a Wonder Woman. And I know they're talking about Aquaman 2, but I thought that was put on hold because Jason Momoa had some kind of activist thing going over in Hawaii by this land or something. But I haven't heard of anything else. So please bring me up to speed, Perp. Do you believe Deadpool going to be rated R at Disney? I don't know. Rated R at Disney, that's an oxymoron. Disney is mainly going for the kids. I don't know if I don't know if you can tone down to make a Deadpool PG. I don't know. But rated R movies coming out of the Disney, I don't foresee that. Their whole mantra, their whole driving force has been the kids. I mean, that's why they're doing all these remakes now and stuff to get the kids that seen the cartoons and stuff. Now they get these kids that's now to get back on board. That's why they're doing all the live action to get new fans and stuff. So I don't know if they're going to break that mold. I don't know if they're going to veer from that game plan. I wouldn't. They need to get Lucas Till as Barry Allen, Flash. Who is Lucas Till? I don't know who that is. I don't know who Lucas Till is. Let me see who Lucas Till is. I don't know who Lucas Till is. Lucas Till. Who is Lucas Till? Lucastill. Somebody the guy that played Havoc in the X-Men? Nah, kid. I'm sticking with Grant Gustin. UT said Riddler movie would be better just like the Arkham games. Hey man, the Riddler on Gotham, that cat, to me, he had the Riddler down pat. That's who I would go for. Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, and the Flash movie. Darth Reese. Okay, I'm not really interested in Shazam 2. I'm interested in Dark Adam. If they got, Black Adam. If Black Adam and the Rock's on there, I want you to imagine now. How about if Black Adam, he's like, who are you? And Shazam said, well, it doesn't matter. Boy, if he does that in the movie, I'm gonna lose my shit in the theater. If The Rock does one of his quotes in Black Adam, I'm gonna lose it. If he asks somebody who they're supposed to be and they say their name, he say it doesn't matter and hits them with a lightning bolt. That's it. I'll go watch that. I will go watch that movie 10 times just to see that. Or if he says something like, finally, Black Adam has come back. If he does anything like that, I'm here to tell you, I will go watch that movie 10 times. That means I'll spend $100 because my movies here where I live at cost $10. So I will spend $100 in watching that movie if he does one of those things. You hear that Shredder would become a Green Ranger in a comic crossover? No. I'm not I'm about to piss people off, and I'm sorry. I really don't care about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't care about them. They just didn't do it for me. It did not move my needle. I don't care. Probably won't spend my money to go see it unless it's just some kind of fan cult that takes over. Wonder Woman 84, The Batman, The Suicide Squad, Black Adam, Aquaman 2, Shazam 2, Flash right now. Okay. I like that. Don't really care too much about Suicide Squad. Like I said, word of mouth. Word of mouth drives a lot of people to the theater. If the initial promotions and the commercials and the trailers don't drive you, word of mouth drives you. So if the trailers don't grab my attention, but I come on here and I see Mama Bear or I see Chris or if I see Orge or if I see Robert Storm or if I see Sean, they said, man, you might go check it out. I might go check it out. Or Perp tell me. But if I don't hear that and the trailers don't grab me and I don't hear that from at least 3 of them, I probably won't go see it. Black Adam is Egyptian, but The Rock isn't. What the F? He does have the size. I guess he does have the skin color. Come on, man. It don't matter about that. When you watch Daredevil, those many years back, that starred Ben Affleck as Daredevil, and they came to the window, you saw this big, burly guy that was wide as hell, had the cane, smoking a cigar. You hear the music in the background. They call me an outlaw because I am quick on the draw. That was a black kingpin. Michael Clark Duncan was his name, and he killed it. Kingpin in the cartoons and in comic books was white as snow, but on the movies he was black, like me. He killed it. It don't matter about no skin color. It does not matter in certain things. Okay, at the end of the day, this stuff is fiction, not nonfiction. Fiction. As long as the character can pull it off, it doesn't matter if they're black or white. In some characters, it doesn't matter if they're male or female. As long as it makes sense and they can pull it off. Don't always get stuck on that color thing. New gods is coming down the line. Don't know anything about them perp. I have to do some more research. I'm the only one who doesn't want the JLA in the Black Adam movie. I don't care who's in it. As long as Black Adam come in there and say it doesn't matter and shoots one with a lightning bolt, X-Men could be in there for all I care. I don't care. If he does that, man, I'm going to spend $100 to go see it. The Flash needs to be Jack, not his skinny Flash. Well, Grant Gustin ain't Jack. I mean, he pulling it off. The Flash on the CW to me is the best Flash. And I know some people gonna say the Flash back in the 80s with I can't think of his name. But he was on Crisis. What is his name? God, I hate his suit. His suit didn't look. It looked fake to me, kind of like the Shazam suit. Shazam suit. That guy should have been more. The guy that plays Shazam, in my opinion, or the character, or the actor that gets to play Shazam, should be more naturally built like Henry Cavill. Don't have the suit to accentuate his physique. Be natural, and you accentuate the daggone suit. They need to get that guy that plays Shazam. He should work out and get big naturally, like Henry Cavill. That suit helps Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill helps the suit. The suit doesn't help Henry Cavill. But the guy that plays Shazam, you could tell that suit has some padded muscles in it. I don't like that look. You killing me, bro. About what? Or how am I killing you? Grant's the best Flash. Teammate Mutant Ninja is coming to Netflix. It's going to be the darkest one, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja. That's the only thing I remember. Heroes in I have Shell, Turtle Power. Man. Okay. I don't care to watch it. Duncan was a beast. Duncan? What are you talking about? Ords. Duncan. What was he talking about? Duncan. You have to tell me what you're talking about on that, boy. Robert Swan blocked me on YT live comments. Don't know why. I don't know why either, baby. I don't know. I can't help you. I don't know. Grant's the best Flash for sure. Most definitely. Yeah, but he probably unknown. Look at Nick Fury. He was white in the comics. I never knew that. You have to research, bro. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it was DS, maybe it was D. Scott. But you got to watch yourself whether it's boring or not. In some cases, you want to increase your knowledge on stuff. That's what I do. There's some YouTube channels that I think is boring. Well, not boring, but just not my cup of tea. And I go check it out because I'm always learning something, man. That's why I'm glad. I think it was about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I think Sean sent out a tweet on Twitter about joining him for something, and I took a chance and we clicked. And Sean introduced me to Chris, and then Chris never introduced me to Ords and Mama Bear. And now I'm getting hooked on with Perp on this power thing. So man, it's networking. It's getting out your comfort zone. I was comfortable by myself and doing stuff, but I reached out. Robert Storms really helped me a lot, man, and we became real close, and we try to do stuff. He does stuff a lot later than I do stuff because of his job, his primary job. But man, you got to get out your comfort zone and just try stuff and different stuff. And now I'm in a good community now. I really enjoy Chris and Oars and Mama Bear. We have a good time. I'm a little bit more serious. I think I'm the oldest one in the bunch. I kind of like to stay focused on track, but man, I'm learning a lot. I enjoyed interacting with them. Good people, man. So gotta read stuff, get out your comfort zone, and man, just stay focused and pursue, and you'll get what you need to get. John Wesley Shipp, that's him. John Wesley Shipp. I like that Flash, and I like his part he's playing in the Crisis. I don't like his suit compared to Grant Gus's. Grant Gus's suit, man, I think to me is fire. It looks realistic. The other Flashes, I remember the show, and White looked so bigger because he said when he's running, his muscles expand, and the suit looks bigger than he actually normally is to accommodate for that. So it kind of sort of works. I mean, but I just like Grant Gustin is just my favorite so far. What up, bro? What's up, Jason? Bear says Flash is supposed to be enigmatic, not the nervous puppy that Justice League had. I agree. I agree. If I'm not mistaken, the guy that plays Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum, plays the Flash in most of the um, notes. In most of the animation movies, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Michael Rosenbaum voices the Flash in most of the animated movies. And he always has a little smart alecky thing to say that kind of breaks the ice and keep things flowing. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah, that's what the name I said, didn't it? Michael Clark Duncan. That's who played Kingpin in the original Daredevil. Chris Zydeco would be a dope Flash. Okay. I don't know who Chris Zydeco is, but I will in a few seconds. CRISZYLKA. He got the Barry Allen look, bro, but and I'm just so on Grant Gustin, bro. He gonna be hard to beat, boy. He gonna be hard to beat. Grant Gustin gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to change my mind. Hard to change my mind. Or did I mess that up? I don't know, man, but I said Michael Clark Duncan. You said Michelle Clark Duncan. I know her name Michelle. It's Michael Clark Duncan. He died here a few years back, but he killed it as the Kingpin. He killed it. Killed it. Michael Clark Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan. Mama Bear got you right. Danny, you, Sean, and Robert need to start a community like Geeks and Gamers did. Be awesome. Well, if I could do it, or if we could do it, I definitely agree with you. But man, we in different time zones. Robert works till almost 10 at night. I get off at 5, one job, and go to another job and get off 7, 8, 9, or 10, depending on how many cases I get. I'm not sure what Sean does for a living, but man, I would love to be in the same stratosphere as Geeks and Gamers. I got the desire, I got the energy, I got the focus. Just sometimes my computer knowledge and stuff ain't as I'm not up to par as I am with my knowledge of other stuff and my desire and strength. But man, I'm game for anything. Hold on 1 minute, people. 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. See, my job right there, Jason Tucker. My job just called me just now. I ain't got to go, but that's kind of stuff right there. But I'm good to go. Man, Mama Bear said, you got that right, Danny. What do I have right? Or said, my point is he was a beast. Michael Clark Duncan, yes, he was a beast. If you remember, he played in the Green Mile. He was I can't think of his name in the Green Mile. Mr. Coffee, Mr. John Coffee. Hey, boss, I got something I want to show you. I got to touch your hand, boss. I need to show you. I got to give you a little bit of me, boss. Michael Clark Duncan, man, rest in peace. Great actor. Purple Mind said Vincent Don Onofrio is the kingpin. Oh, yeah. I'll give you now. Michael Clark Duncan and him, boy, they're neck and neck. Because the guy that played the kingpin in Netflix Daredevil, he is awesome. He played that right. He played a little different than the king. He was an introvert in the Daredevil on Netflix. But man, that fight that he had with Daredevil in the jail, and then he had that last fight last season. Daredevil went old school and got that Mai Tai, that rope. Hey, that was fire. So I agree with you, Purple Minded. Him and Michael Clark Duncan. We never seen Clark Duncan get really good. Well, we saw that fight him and Ben Affleck had in the office, and Ben Affleck ended up breaking his legs. But you're right, he was something serious in the net. That the guy that played Kingpin in the Netflix Daredevil was good too. So I'm with you on that, Perp. I'm with you on that. Christopher Gorman voices the Flash in most animated movies. I don't believe that, Darth Reese. I believe that I am right. I'm about to check it out now. Darth Reese says Christopher Gorham voices the Flash in most of the animated movies. I'm almost certain that Michael Rosenbaum voices the Flash in animated movies. Who voices the Flash in animated movies? Okay, got a list of voice actors. Tell me. Okay, in one it says Christopher Gorsham. In one, in what's the name of the movie? Reign of Superman. It is Christopher Gorman, but in Lego is Michael Rosenbaum. Like I said, Teen Titan is Will Wheaton. So in different flashes, it's different voices. So we both are right. Christopher Gorman does it in some, and Michael Wheaton does it in some. A guy named Josh Keaton does it in one, and a guy named Phil Lamar does it in one. So we're both right. 1 point for Darth Reese, 1 point for Comic Chat. Mama Bear said he was a beast and lovable sweetheart at the same time. That is true. Geeks and gamers always complain and bash things. They never talk about the good things in these wars or anything else. I'm not going to sit here and criticize another YouTube channel because I don't think I would like that done about me. I guess the individual YouTuber, has to decide what he or she wants to talk about and the way they deliver it and the content. What works for one YouTuber may necessarily work for another one. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, don't watch it. At the end of the day, if you like it, watch it, support it, share it, retweet it. Do what you need to do. That's what I do. Um, I very seldom watch Geeking Gamers because I'm really not that big of a Star Wars. I really don't want no. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not going to invest most of my day trying to find stuff to talk about positively or negatively about anything because life. I have other responsibilities. I have a family. I have a wife. I have 3 kids, 2 grandkids. Well, one of my kids and my grandsons live with me. I worry about them, providing for them. That's why I got 2 jobs. Want to make sure they got what I didn't have, my grandsons. So I don't have the time, energy to sit in front of the computer all day and just pick apart stuff in a positive or negative way. The time that I use, I cut it out. I try to research what I'm going to talk about and present it in a way whether you take it as being positive, negative is up to you. I just try to. I am a firm believer in presenting the facts, and I throw in my opinion on some of the stuff, but I try to call it as I see it. So, power to geeks and gamers. If their way is being successful for them, I'm going to do it my way. That's comfortable and what I deem as successful. I only hope that people out there embrace and take what I present, and I hope it gives you food for thought. That's what I try to do. I try to provide stuff, food for thought. I try to be a little entertaining, and then just try to bring facts. There's a sports show called Numbers Never Lie. I've loved it. Numbers never lie. People do, women do, men do, children do. Numbers don't lie. So I try to bring stuff like that. Something that, hey, I didn't make it up. This is what was done. This is what was said. I'll just bring it to you and make you aware of it. So that's what I try to do. Let me get on to a lot of these questions. Michael Rosenbaum, Voice of the Flash. Boom! Mama Bear, I knew I was right. Thank you. Charlie Cox was great and the villain. Yeah, Charlie Cox was a good Daredevil. I like him better than Ben Affleck's Daredevil. It's on IMDb. Yeah, he did one. I give you that. He did Death of Superman or The Rise of Superman. He was the voice, but on most of those ones, I'm almost certain Michael Rosenbaum does a lot of them. And seemed like I saw an interview where he does that too. So just check it out. Next question. Yeah, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Great. Michael Rosenbaum voices him in the TV show. Boom. I was talking about the DCAMU. Okay. You're right, Darth Reese. We good. I don't like Affleck in Batman, but I miss him. UT, you're wrong. Ben Affleck was the best Batman. I'm sorry. That's your opinion. But in this case, your opinion is incorrect. Ben Affleck was the best Batman. He was the best version of Batman. He played him the best. To me, he just knocked it out the park. Now come on, I'm gonna paint this picture for you. You know in your heart of hearts and in your mind's eye, Michael Keaton cannot lift the Joker or any man over his head and look at him. He can't do it. His physique as Bruce Wayne did not allow for that type of strength, but yet he did it in Batman. Now, the way that Ben Affleck worked out, the way his physique was, some of that stuff that he was doing, the way he was throwing those men around and lifting them and doing that kind of stuff, could have been done with his physique. He was about 6'3", 6'4". In that movie, he looked every bit of 250, 260. That's a man. So just going by my eye test, think about that. Geeks and gamers are toxic. That's your opinion, bro. Not going there. Mama Bear said, you're a good man, Danny. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think so too. Darth Reese, what are your thoughts about Doctor Strange 2 direct leaving? I saw that. I was thinking about doing a stream on it, and man, I don't know. gives me a little cause for pause because I've never seen um anybody in the Marvel family leave like that. Usually Kevin Feige is able to work it out. So that's kind of shades of Star Wars as far as directors leaving because of this or that. It's kind of strange to me because right now Marvel hitching your wagon to Marvel is going to almost assure you, if not $1 billion movie, you're gonna be so close to it that you can throw a dart and stick on it, far as making your money. So I don't know why any director would not want to be a part of that. So I don't know. They say creative differences was the main thing. I don't know. That's very interesting to me. Um, I want to research that some more because I believe if I was able to get my foot in the door of Marvel, which he already has, as he directed the first Doctor Strange, I think based on the popularity of that Doctor Strange got during Infinity War and Endgame, I believe that this movie will be even more received, and I think it's going to make $1 billion based on his popularity because he gained a lot of popularity. People that didn't know about him, not the casual fan didn't know about him, but of course the geeks like us knew about him. But what he did in Infinity War, as far as the interaction with him and Iron Man, and then the end of how he was telling Tony Stark there's only one way to do it, and I was thinking this is going to be a hit. Not to mention that it's going to tie into the Disney Plus shows with WandaVerse. So I don't know why he would leave that. I think it's more than creative differences. It's something else. I think he would totally want to do something totally different. And Kevin Feige like, nah, bro, we ain't doing that. We doing this. So, and if he did do that, I commend Kevin Feige because he knows what he's doing. Based on his track record, he knows what he's doing. He has a vision. He knows where he wants to go. So if this guy wasn't getting in line, that's the same thing Bob Iger should have done. See right there? Perfect example. Kevin Feige probably told this cat, look, I know you want to do this, but look, here are the guidelines. You can stay A through F, but if you venture off and go to GHIJK, it ain't going to happen. So that guy's like, well, I got to walk. Well, bye, we get somebody else. That's what Bob Iger should have done to Kathleen Kennedy when it comes to Star Wars, and maybe these fans won't be so toxic and divisive. But that's just my 2 cents worth. Kevin Feige was no, the kids' dollars first because we're Disney. Hey, a lot of people hate Disney and say Disney's killing this and Disney's woke and Disney's SJJ. I don't care about none of that stuff. At the end of the day, Disney is a business. At the end of the day, Disney concerns about what's going to get these kids into their theme parks, what's going to get these kids watching their shows, what's going to get the kids, get their mom and dad to take them to these movies and watch these movies. It's a business. So I don't care. If you feel like Disney's defending your rights, whatever, then that's your horse to ride on. My horse is riding on just perfectly. I don't care. All this woke stuff and people getting offended. I don't dig that deep into a movie. I don't go in there and psychoanalyze it and be like, did she say that because it is, or did he do that because it is, or is she white because it is, or is she black because it is, or she? I don't look in all that. I go in there and do I like it? Does it make sense? Yeah, because in the multiverse, anything could happen. Anything could happen. When they introduced the multiverse, that broke a lot of the rules. Some people are being offended by stuff that being said. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. If you can read between the lines, some people are getting offended by some of the stuff that's being said, then welcome to my world. I've been doing that for the past 50 years. People saying crazy stuff. Hey, you learn to deal with it. Or if not, they'll drive you crazy. Darth 3 says, Christopher Gordon forces the Flash in the death of Superman, the reign of Superman, Throne of Atlantis, and Justice League War. Darth Reese, I will bow and I will concede to your knowledge. All I know, is that in one or two of these movies, I know for certain Michael Rosenbaum has played the Flash. But these particular movies that you just outlined for me, you are probably 1,000% correct because I don't have my computer in front of me. So I'm going to concede that you're right. But let's just concede that we're both right and that in at least one or two movies, other DCEU movies, Michael Rosenbaum voiced the Flash. I know he did it in the Justice League. He was the voice in the Justice League. UT said, even they did DB movie, there would be less Japanese people in their movie. Again, I don't care. If the character is Goku or Vegeta, he can be black, blue, green. If he's a badass in that movie like Vegeta and Goku are, I don't care. Okay? They ain't gonna look exactly like they do in cartoon. They ain't gonna look exactly like they do in comic books. Let me throw something out to you, UT. There is serious talk that the actor that plays Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian is seriously wanting to be the new Magneto. And I don't have a problem with it. Just like Magneto, we know that he was in the war. He was a refugee in the German war, where the Nazis was mistreating him, and that his family got separated from them. And when his mama got killed, his powers manifested. If you watch, was it First Class? I think it was First Class, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Bacon was the guy that was testing for mutants and killed his mom, and then Magneto was able to manifest his power. Remember that? Okay. Just how he was a Jewish person in during the war. I can't think. The Holocaust survivor. Okay. How about if the guy that plays Moff Gideon was a child during the 60s or 50s when the KKK was prominent, and when the KK members killed his parent and that manifests his powers, and he grew up Magneto? Would that not work? I think it would work. I might want to see that. So just because you see some in the comic books or the movies or these animations, you ain't always got to say it like that. It could change as long as the story makes sense. Same way Magneto went through the Holocaust as a Jew, they could do a black version of Magneto, but he went through the KKK or something like that, and his family members were killed or whatever, and then he grew up as Magnus, and that's why he hate humans or whatever. It could work. Think about it. Will Ben appear in the new Batman movie? I have no idea. 50 Cent is working on an animated superhero series called Trill. The Trill League sounds like it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Never can underestimate 50 Cent because power. Oh, I thought it could not get any better than Sons of Anarchy. But power and Sons are like 1 and 1A. To me, Jax and Ghost are mirror versions of each other. I don't know who's the smartest. I don't know. If you haven't watched Sons of Anarchy, you need to watch it. If you haven't watched Power, you need to watch it. Please join me, Perp, and General Zod, 10 o'clock. I'm not sure which channel we're going to be on. I think Perps. We are going to discuss season 6, episode, it might be episode 12, I think, of Power. It's going to be unforgettable. Please catch us this Sunday, tomorrow night, probably about 10:15. I'm going to put it on Twitter. I'll send out links to my buddies. Catch us. We're going to be discussing Power tomorrow night. Michael Rosenbaum voiced the Flash Justice League Doom. You're right. Darth Reese, you're going to keep finding stuff, so I'm going to say it. You are right. You are correct. I am wrong. You don't have to show me any more stuff about Michael Rosenbaum or the guy. I concede. You win, I lose. I'm tapping out. Darth Reese. You won this round. Comment chat. Darth Reese isn't saying you're wrong about Michael Rosenbaum's voice in Flash. Okay, Mario. Appreciate that. They said Magneto was a Jew. They said Magneto. If you look at it, if you look at the movie, he was a Jew in the Holocaust, the Nazi. He was a Jewish person. His family was Jewish. They were killed. His mother was killed in front of him so he could manifest his powers. That's the story as I know it. If I'm incorrect, somebody please correct me. It's my understanding that Magneto is from a Jewish family. He was a member of the Holocaust. Everyone on Dragon Ball has eyes half the size of their heads. No one will look like that in a cartoon. Correct again, mama. Comment check. They need to use your idea for Magneto. Hey, I got a bunch of ideas. I just can't get to the place to for them to manifest. But man, I sit here all day. Me and my buddies, man, we talk about stuff. I love What If. I am waiting to see what Marvel does with What If. If Marvel does with What If what I would want them to do or like them to do, they are going to leave DCEU in the dust. You can do so many things, change up so many, answer so many questions. That What If on Disney Plus, if it's live action and they do, well, it could be awesome. Professor X Magneto influence is based off of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, so it would make sense. That's true, brother. Preach. I'm not saying it has looked exactly as a cartoon, but they did have Alita's eyes big as Alita Battle Angel. That's correct. Perp said, that is debatable, and that's why I can't wait to talk about it tomorrow night because I'm mixed about power at times, but we will definitely talk it. Hey, man. When I don't miss a show, and I'm not saying that I'm a TV show expert, I'm not, but I haven't ever missed an episode of Sons of Anarchy. And I ain't never missed an episode of Power. And I haven't ever missed an episode of, I don't know if you remember this movie called The Shield. It's the same person that did Sons of Anarchy. But man, Sons of Anarchy was a beast. I mean, Power started off a little slow compared to Sons. It was that last 2 seasons of Sons, I mean, first few minutes, somebody getting killed or smoked. Jax was, man, I can't wait till tomorrow. I mean, Jax and Ghost, I don't know who would be smarter if they were going head to head. Man, I love it. I tell you, I can't wait till. Well, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Power first thing in the morning because I got Stars Plus, so I get to watch it a little bit earlier than the rest of the crew. But I'm definitely gonna be there at 10:30 tomorrow. 10 o'clock tomorrow to discuss it. I'm thinking. I want you to think on this, perp. I'm thinking that Tate did it. Tate shot Ghost. I won't go into why, but I'll just give you one hint. He has a skill set. I'm going to say that. Tate has a skill set. And I'll tell you the rest tomorrow. But that's who I think pulled the trigger on Ghost. Darth Reese said, crying, hey. Just think about it, man. If he was the KKK killed his family and he manifests his powers and he grew up through that time, that'd be the perfect Black Magneto if they go that route. What's funny? Perp man that said, I'm still Team Ghost. Don't get it twisted. Sons, what's the thrill ride from start to finish? It really didn't have any slow moments to me. You saying Sons didn't have any slow moments? Or you saying or you saying Power didn't have any slow moments? There were some episodes on Power that was kind of slow. Especially that the time doing Angela. But it's here nor there, man. It's a fraction this way, a fraction that way. I love both of them. I'm Team Ghost too. I hope Ghost outlives all of them. But if I had to guess, I'm thinking Tate did it. Okay, people, it's been 2 hours and 4 minutes. I have enjoyed every minute of this. I really tell you, I got up to, I think, 10 people watching. That's awesome. That's more than what I hoped for, and I hope I can only grow that number. I appreciate all of you that took the time out your day to come support me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Dang it. Okay, let me change this. Man's mama said, "Dang it, you two will have me watching Zara's channel." Hey, 10 o'clock tomorrow, Mama Bear. If you don't watch Power, then the channel, the show probably won't make much sense to you because you got to understand it because you'll be talking all kind of power stuff. If you don't watch that show, we want your support. We're not telling you not to come, but you're gonna have to binge watch Power to really get the full flavor and the full intensity of what I'm thinking our show is going to be tomorrow night. I'm waiting to see the new episode. It comes out 12 o'clock tonight. I'll probably be sleeping that time, but I get up first thing in the morning. I got security, got to work first thing in the morning, and I'll probably watch it before I go there or watch when I come back. But I'm be ready, lock the cop, ready to go at 10 o'clock. I ain't never been on the channel with Perp and Zah, but it's something. They're two brothers that's going to be on top of it. I got to be on top of my game. But thank you, Mom Bear. It's always fun hanging out with you too, man. I appreciate your support. Before I go, I just want to say, if you want good content, good conversation, things that make you think, please go over to Mama Bear's channel, Mad Mama's Bear. I don't have her stuff listed down below, but click on Mad Mama's Bear. Click on Or's Board. That's ORDBORED. Click on Chris Knight, Sean Stackhouse, Robert Storm, Purple Minded. These people, man, they put a lot of time and energy into their channels, like I do. Man, we just want to bring stuff to you, good content, stuff that's gonna make you talk, stuff that's gonna stimulate conversation. That's what we try to do. That's why I got this question today, man. I was driving down the road and I said, man, what is something that's gonna be controversial that can get a good conversation up? And Superman came to my mind. Of course, like I said, I'm not a hater of Superman, but he has some weaknesses and flaws, man. And I don't know if he's as super as everybody proclaims him to be. Not hating, just pointing out facts, man. That's what I do. But again, thank you for your support. If you haven't ever come to my channel before, please subscribe. Please share this channel. Please share please hit the like button. Please hit the notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload in the future. As always, man, thank you. Peace. And have a good day.